Welcome, welcome. We are having another little episode here at My Artful Adventures. I am Christy here at My Artful Adventures, and we are going to be we're going to be continuing to work on this little tab bound envelope journal that we started the other day. And I'm going to just send myself out to another couple of places, and also, actually, first I have to find me and be able to see comments. Hang on one second. Gotta have the comments. Okay, I got the comments up. We're good to go. Let me know when you pop in here and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you're having a hot day, cool day. What's going on with your weather? Hey Martha, how are you? So glad to have you here today. Let me see. Just a couple of places here. And we will be good to go. Here's my little book that I've been working on. So I just put this is kind of, I left these kind of long. You can actually, wrap around twice and be able to tie. It's a teeny tiny little bow, but look here, I kind of got, these should match up. The 3s should match and the 2s should match, and so I should, and that's the first one of those I ever did. So just so I know for the next time, I know to pay more attention when I am putting the tabs on to be able to, get them more lined up. And I think that, it wouldn't be hard. I thought I was lining them up, but obviously I didn't. So, that's how that kind of goes sometimes, right? Oh my goodness. You think you've got it all figured out, and then when you get going, it was almost, almost, but it'll work. I mean, it still worked. And so, like I said, since it was my first time, I really, I was pretty pleased with the way that it turned out. And so this is kind of, what we've got going on in here. I did make a big boo-boo. I wanted to make these little envelopes like this, and I did do a little reel to where I fixed it. This, I had left some of them, a couple of them open, and we were going to make a little pocket, just be able to use the envelope flap as a pocket. And I put both of those in upside down. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. Oh, but it is what it is. Hey, Sue, Nancy, Diane, Martha's already here. I saw her. Welcome, welcome, you guys. I'm so glad you're here. So I wanted to do some fun little things. And the other day, you guys, I had this envelope that came in the mail. And after I'd already opened it, I'm like, oh my goodness, if I would have realized how big this pocket was, I may have gone about opening that mail a little differently. But I didn't, and so I thought, you know what, I can still use that pocket. And you guys, I'm going to make like a little shaker pocket in there. But you know what, first of all, I got these two little things loose here. Let me show you what I want to do with those. And we'll just do that real quick. So instead of doing the little notch like we usually do to make it more visible that it was a pocket, I cut out a couple little circles and I just inked the edges. I'm just going to fold them in half, just like this. And I am going to glue them right here on the edge of these pockets. And I just thought that would be kind of a fun way to add a little bit of something on it. So I gotta be careful not to get too much out so it seeps around. So I'm just gonna put it kind of about halfway here, like that, and just pop that down. So it kind of, then it kind of helps hold that up a little bit more too. Martha says she's not going outside. You guys, yesterday, oh my goodness, my husband was home from work and we went outside to clean off our deck outside and kind of straighten it up. It hadn't been cleaned up in a long time. It was really a mess. I'm going to try and line this up right here, you guys. And we were out, it was kind of early in the morning, I wasn't out there very long, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna die. So hot. Well, then I thought, well, what is the temperature? When I found out what the temperature was, it wasn't all that hot, but oh man, the humidity was so high that I think it felt like somewhere like 10 or 12 degrees more than it was. This fell out of somewhere. So this was just one of the little cards that came out. It was just a cut apart. So I just folded it up. It has a great place because it looks like just this paper. That'll make a great place for just a little journaling card. So I just tucked that in there. So okay, let's get busy and let's see how we can figure out how to make this into a shaker card. And I'm also going to create it so that it is a pocket on the side, or a pocket in the back of it. It didn't even make any sense. So we want it for a pocket in the back and our shaker card. So, well, thanks for popping on, you guys. Boy, we don't have very many people today. So what we first want to do is take our little book, and we want to make sure that we know how big our little page should be that we're going to put on. So it's about 3.5 by 5. I'm going to make it about 5 1/8. So 3.5 and 5 1/8 is going to make a nice little size. And that's going to work great because then we'll just cut this off over here. So 5 1/8 this way. Whoops, wrong side. And then by evening, though, it was real funny because by evening it just didn't seem that bad. It was kind of a nice day. So it was kind of nice to get some of that stuff done. 3.5. Okay, so we've cut off our, we almost have a nice amount that's kind of about the same size right here. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to seal this where I had opened it. I'm going to put some glue on that and seal that down. Okay. So that's not just flopping around in the breeze. And now on this side that is open, that'll be fine, because what I want to do is I want to slip this little card in here too. So it's too long. So let's see about where that would maybe be. So it looks like right around here. I'll cut it right along here. And just trim that off. Oh, and you know what? Let's see. Right now, I can't see. I did something. Right now it says it's 91, but you know what? I was just outside a little bit ago, and it wasn't miserable. I don't really mind it if it's hot, if the humidity isn't too bad. Okay, so let's pop it in here and see how this is looking. We'll have to trim some more off as we go. Okay, that's not too bad. So let's, I'm just bend it a little bit so I can see. I never, you know what? I don't know why I ever do that. I cannot see anything about it when I do that. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Okay, let's, all right, now I got my spot. Now I can find it. So when you pop on in, say hello. And we are working on making a shaker envelope with a pocket. And we're going to add it to our little journal we were working on the other day. Okay, and then we'll just cut this off. And this can be a little bit lower. Doesn't have to be exactly at the top. All right, so we've got that. We can pop that in there. So that's going to fit there. Now I've got some little sequins I'm going to put in here, and you can just barely see these. This is cute. You know, before I do that, let's put a little, you know, all of this, I did these envelopes. They were white. And so I coffee dyed them. So, you know, I didn't want them because this was the paper I was going to use. And so it just didn't really look like white would go fabulous. So I coffee dyed them. So I've got this, and I really wasn't sure with this little window. I wasn't sure how that would take, you know, if you were trying to do something like coffee dye. So I decided I'd just ink it. We can just ink it. And just to make sure, I don't know, like I said, I'm not sure how it will do. Oh, let me get a little paper on the side too. I'll just rip this, and I'll have two pieces of scrap paper. Hi, Rhonda, how are you? There, we can do that. And just get some color on here. See, now we don't have that white envelope showing. And we've kind of protected our little window. So just get some color on. And got a little bit. See if we can get that last bit. There, that wasn't too bad. I kind of think that the stuff might just, oh, that just slipped in there. It might just wipe off of that little window, but I don't know. And I didn't take the time to play with it. Have any of you worked with something like that and know whether or not it kind of takes color or not? Uh-oh, something kind of came out of there. I might have to stick a little bit of glue right there. And I'm okay with that. I am certainly okay with adding a little extra glue. So just a little hint of color. It's fun making these little books and then going back and adding a little this or a little of that. And I'm also going to do a little on these edges. I'm not sure how much of this is going to show. We are going to cover some of it to make our tip into the book. I don't know just how much will show. But still, I don't want the... I'd rather have it a little bit of kind of vintage or a little color. A little color, please. All right. Oh my goodness. That's kind of boring, huh? Watching me ink the edges. Hey, Molly, how are you? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, could you believe I thought to send myself over there? Okay, there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and now... Oh, you know what? No. Let's back up here. Let's get ready to put it in here while everything is flat, because once we put our little sequins in, we're not going to have it very flat. Now, I had some more of this paper, and I thought, hey, that would be kind of cool. But you know what? Since it's going to be over here, I am going to make it go this direction. And the thing about it is, since it is the same paper, as I put this on here, it's not going to look so much like, well, it's going to look more like it was planned, right? Because I think it's nice if it looks more like it was meant to be instead of if it was just an afterthought. So these pieces are 4 7/8 high. Okay, so that's what I need to know for that. Let me write that down. So it'll match across 4 7/8. Okay, and then we want it to go on the back of here. So, and we want about 1/2 inch to extend across. So let me just, and we'll do like the other things, we'll give it just a tiny bit of a border, okay? So we'll put it on here and slice it down to, and I've cut it the wrong direction, haven't I? Hang on a second. Nope, that's the right way. Is it? Yes. Make sure, double check, right? So 4 7/8 was what we were working with here. Okay, there we go. Oh, that made a weird cut. Okay. And then I can't see where this is. Wait a second. Let me measure that. I cannot tell at all. Well, that's about 4 7/8. How does that work? Oh my goodness. Get myself all confused. Oh my goodness. I'm going to snip it out of here. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it. And then I hope I cut it the right direction. Let's see. Did we cut it the right direction to fit? No, we did not. Oh yeah, we did. Okay, so we're gonna put it like this. We need about 1/2 inch to be scored to make our little hinge. This way we've made our little hinge. So I'm just gonna score that. And I'm going to score it on both sides just to make it bend very easy. Okay. My goodness, I thought I did it wrong. Hi, Patty. Hi, Cheryl, Sandra. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so now we're just, this'll, you know, I've scored it on both sides, so that'll make it easy, easy, easy. Okay, so now then, we're going to cover this page. You know, actually, let's do this. Let's hold it up here like this. Let's get it all straightened up and make sure that it is going to be where it needs to be. Well, this little string is going to drive me bonkers, you guys. Okay. So we have to make a little bit of room there. We've got to have this here. Oh, you know what? Oh, no, 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 no. I know what to do. Oh, I love it when I figure it out. Figuring it out on the fly. Okay, so now we're going to take this. We're going to glue our hinge on. And then we'll be able to get it matched up. Okay, so now we can put this on here. Let's see, what's the best way? You know what? We need to fold this so we can see where the edge is. And we've got it lined up there. Oh, look, we're doing it. We're doing it. Okay. There we go. Now we can put this on here. Get this right on. Okay. Let's do that. And it looks like this is, yep, okay, so this is smaller than the envelope, so it doesn't matter if we've got glue out to the edges. Don't you love how we have to constantly check ourselves to make sure we're doing what we had planned? Thank you, Deborah. I'm doing good. How about you? So I'm just going to put some glue down. Scritchy scratchy. I hope you don't mind that. Okay. And I did not mean to put all that glue on there. Okay. Hold, please. Let's do this. Let's let that dry for a second. I did not want to do that. I wanted that to be a pocket on the back. It's going to be kind of dual purpose. Okay. Kind of blot some of it off and then let it dry a minute so it's not sticky. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Oh my goodness. So while I'm doing that, let's make sure that we can tell it's a pocket and just put a little notch in the top here. Just put that in the middle. Okay. And for this blue color, I've also been using another color of Distress Oxide, and this one is Hickory Smoke. So I'm just gonna ink it a tiny bit. That'll give a little bit of time for that to continue to dry where I put the ink down. Okay. That does not take long for that glue to dry at all. Okay, back to work. Okay, here we go. She's making a pocket this time, only doing 3 sides. Okay. And here we go. And then we put the envelope on so we can see that it's lined up. Okay, now that'll flip out there like that, and we can put a little lace or something on there. But we've got our pocket to go right here in the back of this. And now let's make our shaker card. Let's add our little sequins. Don't you love this? Look what I found. I just happen to have, don't you love it when you've got colors that work together? Something that you never planned, you just bought them because you really loved them. And then I've got these. These will kind of look like seashells. I can't get my little jars open. There we go. So I'm just gonna toss a few of those in. Ooh, what was that? A snowman. Oh my goodness. There's snowmen and I didn't know that. And snowflakes. We don't need them at the beach, do we? Oh my goodness. Think that's too many? I don't know. What do you think? Too many? Should I take some out or leave them? What do you think? It's going to be tight. They're not going to have much room to jiggle around there. Okay, I'm taking votes here. Take some out or leave them all in. When we get that, it's going to be tight. Okay, I'm waiting, people. What you think? That is going to be hard to get that straight. Well, actually, though, when they go down there, they're going to fill in that spot at the bottom. I guess I better leave them. Okay. So we do need to kind of spread them out a little bit. You just spilled apple juice on me. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, I'm used to messes, so that's okay. I'm going to spread them out a little bit so I can glue it easier. I'll have a better chance of being flat. And what is this? Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. What is that? I don't know. It's like a little flat back gem that's in there too. That's funny. Okay, let's go ahead and get this glued down. So I'm going to glue it at the top and all the way down the side, because we need to seal these little guys in here. I could have used a little bit of double-sided adhesive too. So I want to get it sealed down there, and I see it peeking up here. I don't know why it didn't seal the card. Oh, well, it's the envelope. That's the part we're sealing. Okay, so just make sure you've got all of that sealed. Yeah, that helps spreading the goodies down the side there. And you guys, when it stands up, I'm glad we left them. And yeah, Molly, that was the right thing to do. Hi, Linda. Because then a bunch of them fall clear down here in this area. So there we go. We got our shaker card. Why? I don't know. It was just fun, right? And now this little one up here doesn't want to leave. I don't like it up there. Okay, there it is. Got it down. Okay, so we've got that. And so it pops out. It's like a, and I don't know, you might even put a little tab or something here so somebody would know that it pops out. So we've got our pocket there. And let's put a little bit of that lace that we used on the tab bindings. And you guys, you can use little bits of fabric. I know they make like linen tape, you know, like fabric tape. You could use that. But I just had this lace, and that was what I used. And see, this is what I was telling you. I didn't do a good job of lining most of them mine up. And so if I, you know, decide to do this again, which I liked doing it, I liked the way it turned out, I would know to, you know, be way more careful at that point. And, you know, do that to get it. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I do. Sorry. I feel like I do that a lot, you guys, and I'm gonna apologize. We'll make one blanket apology, right? Okay, and then we could put that here, and then you don't even really realize that there's that seam there, except it goes the other way. And I'm gonna put it away from the crease a little bit to make sure that it is not that it's not gonna mess around with the way that folds. So you don't want to get it too close to your fold line there. I should have used the, oh my goodness, should have used some Fabri-Tac. It comes out of the bottle better. And then you just gotta decide which side is, if it matters to you, which side's the right side. Oh, I wish I scoot it down so I only have to cut off on one end. Now let's, while it's still a little bit damp, let's see about, okay, that works. And you know what? That makes it enough that this gives some, it's got some give right here, because you've put this close up to the end there, and it's easier to see that there's something there to open. Okay, so there is that. Okay, so we'll just, there we go. That's our little shaker envelope thing. So shaker on this side, envelope on this side. Now I wanted to go back in through here. I've already got a little piece here. And this was a scrap that I had left over, and I thought, you know, that would be cute to just glue on there for a tuck spot at the top. Oh, this is kind of both, you know, that matches better, but I kind of like this. It gives it a little more interest. I think I'm going to do it that way. We love interest, don't we? We love different and interest. And if you want matchy-matchy, you could do that too. Whatever you want to do. That's the one great thing about building these little things. You can just do whatever you want to. And I'd already done this part before I decided to do a tuck spot. Now that matches, and I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go ahead and use that. Look at all this writing. I love all the text on it. I save a lot of papers that have, you know, some kind of text or numbers or things like that. I just think they can add a lot of interest. Okay, so we've got something else on that page. And then I was thinking that right here, I'm going to take another little piece of this same paper. I sort of hate to cut it up, but you know, by now I've used this for a couple. I think I did a little folio one time with it and something else, and now we've used, you know, some of it for this. So, you know, it's getting fewer and fewer pieces. Now if I do this side, it's going to take out the top of the lighthouse, which, you know, I'm okay with that. So I'm going to do this about, I think, so that it has a nice amount. I'm going to do it the same height here, which was that, oh goodness, I better put lids on this, you guys, or we will have a problem. What are you guys doing besides some of you staying in from the heat? What else are you doing today? You guys, before I got started, I actually sat down for a little while, and instead of running around and trying to straighten up in here so I could, you know, turn the camera on and finishing getting myself ready, I actually sat down with a cup of coffee and I watched some other crafters for about an hour, and it was so wonderful. And I thought, you know, it's no wonder people like watching the crafters. It was really enjoyable. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I think we need to have, well, whichever side. This can be the front, or, well, or this, and it's the same. How funny is that? Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to score this at, we'll make it close to what the other little papers were, and that was 3, was it 3 1/4? Yep, 3 1/4. Actually, I think I'm going to do it 3. It'll be a little bit more narrow, and that'll work because I want to put a little tie around it as well. So I need to go like this so I can measure. So we're going to do 3 inches. Well, I guess I should raise this arm out. Oh my goodness. So we'll do 3 inches and 6 inches. Oh, that was really smart of me to decide to do that, because then I only have to figure out 3-inch increments, and it takes us clear across the page. You guys, that was perfect. Just perfect. So now we're just going to kind of accordion fold this back and forth here. We've got a fun little booklet. And so it can either go, oh, I kind of like that. Well, let's do that, because then we've got that interesting piece right there. So what we're going to do is this will be our back. We'll glue this on the back, and I want to have a little bit of something to tie it with. We'll use, this is a little bit different string. It's a little bit heavier than this one. It's a little bit different color. Well, no, let's use this one. This was a little bit smaller. So let's put another little piece there. Let's see how big it needs to be to tie it. It doesn't need to be super big. So sometimes if I'm figuring out how big I want a piece to tie, I don't cut it off until I tie it. I kind of tie it on first. I give it a little tie, and then I'm like, okay, you know, that's enough to do it. And then I'll cut it off. And actually, you know what? Now that I've got that on there, that makes it perfect. I think I'll round the corners. Let's round the corners just for fun. I'm going to round all of them. Then when you open it, it'll kind of have a fun, interesting look as well. Okay. And now I'm just going to glue this on. Oh yeah, that was a great idea. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's kind of, and then we don't have to figure out where the string needs to go to best, and let's put some good under where the string is, and we're going to put some on top of it too, so it'll be glued from both directions. The little string will have glue on the top and the bottom. So this is what I'm talking about. Now we'll just add it right here on the top. Get it glued down real good. You're still fussy cutting. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then we'll just put that down here. And we're just gonna hold that down a minute. I'll put my glue back on here. Okay, just close it up good. Well, that was kind of fun. Okay, I got it on there. I should have paid more attention. It's on there a little bit crooked, but it'll be okay. So now we can untie this. And now it opens like this. So when you're going to do something like this, it needs to be in multiples of 2. You need multiples of 2 panels, so you've got one to glue on the back like this. Because if I would have ended here, then it would have been, you know, it would have had to have pulled out the other way. So I mean, it depends. I mean, it's still going to work, but I like having it like this, and then I've got more. It seems more fun. You know, we love fun with our paper, right? Thank you, Rita. So, whoops, let's see. Almost got the other one. And we can still put little fun things on here. You know, we can still decorate this all up. I love having, you know, having so many options to decorate still. And, you know, we could put some cording or ribbon or something into this tag. I was kind of disappointed when I got done and I realized that this is a, you know, it actually is a bottle laying in the sand, right? And I turned it up this way. Well, do you see why I automatically turned it that way? Because it's shaped like for a tag here. And I'm like, oh, shoot. In fact, I'm going to trim that off. I don't like it like that. There. Ta-da! Doesn't that look better? Oh, you guys. All right, I think we're just gonna call it a day for today. And let's see, what day did I do this? Tuesday. So you can look back Tuesday and see how we put this together. But so we've got, you know, all kinds of little pockets in here, little goodies. I still have places that I could put something on. This is the one we just did. We did these little tuck spots today, and I don't think I've ever put two so close together, but you know what? You could still tuck something in here and tuck something at the top. So I think that's fine. And then just another little piece of twine that we used for a belly band. And then some cut aparts that we use that we can use, you know, for some journaling cards. Just open. I got two of those. See, we could put one of these back where I did that other tuck spot. Where was that? Like this. I mean, you could tuck it under there. You could tuck it in the pocket. Well, that doesn't tuck very there. That's kind of large to do that. That kind of fit right there, though. We'll leave it there. And then some pockets up at the top. We have some up here. There's a couple of side pockets in here as well. Two different ones in here. You can see where they are right here, where the little notches are. And then today, we did our shaker card from that window, that envelope. I was so glad I noticed that and pulled that out. So we just inked around because it was white. You know, it's a business piece of junk mail for some reason that they've sent you. And then we've got still another pocket at the top here. So there we are. It's coming along good. I'm kind of happy with it. I'm having fun with it. I hope you guys have been enjoying, you know, making the little book. And I hope my intent is that, you know, we always have something that you get to watch and get some kind of ideas to use in whatever you're making. And these kinds of things, many of the things that we use, you can use on, you know, little junk journals. You can make them into, you know, if you're doing memory keeping in some other kind of thing, traveler's notebooks, you can use them on scrapbook pages, cards, whatever you want. You know, don't ever think that some of the things that you see people do for junk journaling or making for ephemeras, you know, is just only for junk journaling, because there's all kinds of things that you can, you know, do with it. So lots of fun. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye, and thank you again for joining me. Oops, I almost rolled that lace right off my table. Thanks, Diane. Oh, I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Oh, yeah, I tell you what, this would be an easy way for a shaker card, Martha. Just take one of those, you know, envelopes, and I mean, and you wouldn't even have to do what we did with putting the picture, you know, the card in between. Although I think that turned out really nice. I liked using another card in behind it because it really gave it a lot more interest, right? All right, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. Take care. Have a wonderful day. I may or may not come on tomorrow. If I do, I will probably come on in the morning. But I don't know. I have to right now get busy and tear in and do real work of cleaning up here. So that's gonna keep me busy. So I don't know. Tomorrow's to be determined. I really hadn't planned on it, but you know, we can always change our minds, right? Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.